morning, beautiful people. Thank you for joining me in my darkroom. So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I just bought me a new enlarger lens, and I was really wondering, do they even matter? Does the price reflect how good they are? So I've got this Rodenstock Omega Gron that I just bought for 35 mil. With my enlarger, I got this Beseler 50 millimeter. That I've been using. And then we also have this industar enlarger lens from the Soviet Union. So we're going to plop them on the enlarger, set them all to f8 and see which prints are sharper, if there's any difference. And then we're going to also try that on 6x6. So I have this Spiratone lens that I've been using, and I just got this Rodenstock Omega on for 6x6 negatives. That I want to see if it actually makes a difference, or if I can just get the cheapest lens on eBay and throw the rest away, you know? So we've got our Beseler lens on. We've got it focused, glossy paper. We'll put the red filter in, and then we're ready to print. So let's do a test strip first to see how many seconds we are, and we'll keep that time consistent throughout all the lenses we use, so we don't introduce any variables. Print out 3 of the pictures all at f8, and then let's see the results. Okay, we've got the first picture done. Now we're not evaluating my printing abilities with, you know, not dodging, not burning, and not using more seconds and grays and whites and all that. We're just looking for raw sharpness. So that's the first picture. I got 2 more lenses, 2 more pictures. Let's go. So I'm not sure if you can see that, but this is our negative. This is a 6x6, and you can see the borders around the easel. So we're gonna go super creeper, and we're just gonna zoom way in. Okay, let's focus it. That's good, but I wanna zoom even way further in. We're gonna really test the contrast of this lens and the sharpness. There we go, there's the house. Let's keep going. Anyway, here's our picture. It's huge. Here's the hand. It's about 2.5 hands wide. And we're going to be focusing on this house here and this bush to see how great a resolution the lenses really are. So I just got done with my tests. I did the 35 mil, just 3 of them, just so the negative fit on the easel. Did my 6x6 super zoomed in, and after the results of that, really got me thinking of, okay, let's repeat the 35 mil test, but zoom it much more in, just so we can see the sharpness and the grain, because I have a feeling that's going to blow the lenses out of the water for the high quality ones versus the lower quality ones. So I'm going to repeat the test, and then we'll look at all the results. So here we have it. Here's my picture of some guy fishing. It zoomed in quite a bit because you can see the original negative. So this can be a pretty juicy print. I wonder if I'll see the grain, because this is 100 T-Max, as we know, which is the film with the world's finest grain. So we'll see if we can see the grain, but this is a ginormous print for 35 mil, and it'll really show us the difference between our lenses of which ones are sharp up close and which ones can get away with like a 5x7 or 8x10, but you wouldn't want to zoom in. So let's get to it. Here we are in Lightroom, and on the left we have the Beseler 50 millimeter. On the right we have the industar 50, the Soviet lens. And if we're just looking at the sharpness, you can see that both lenses are pretty sharp. And this photo right here is the Rodenstock 50 mil. A little less sharp. Like you can see the private property on the Beseler and not so much here, but on the industar you can sort of make it out. And if we look at the pickup truck, this one seems just a little bit sharper than that one. Same with the Rodenstock on the right and the Beseler on the left. I mean, these are equally sharp, with the industar appearing to be just a tad not as sharp, but it's very, very close. If you're looking at the negatives from, you know, hand level, you can't really see the difference. And we're taking a look at the second picture that I enlarged. This one was the one that was zoomed in really far. So first impressions are, this is the Beseler on the left and then the industar on the right. So we can really see, just even in these planks right over here, that this one is super sharp versus that one's a little bit muddy. And you can also look in the corner over here, and that one's pretty sharp. I'm guessing there's motion blur, but this one just lost that corner sharpness. And this is at f8, and you won't be really able to see this without looking at the original print, but right over here you can make out the guy's flannel shirt design, especially when looking with like a loop. This one is really, really soft and muddy, and that's a trend that continues on. Of course, you can't see it because of the way it got scanned, but with the Beseler, you also can't really make out the guy's flannel striping. It's not sharp. It's a tad soft. It's like it was taken at f5 instead of f8. Same with the boardwalk. The boardwalk isn't clear. The back, the corners are really, really sharp, but it's the stuff on the foreground that isn't as sharp as I would like. Even, you know, we're looking at the boards here. This board is pretty sharp. This one, not so much. Even the boat in the back, you can see that boat, and, you know, whatever, if that's a person or something here, it's just a mysterious shape. Okay, so we're taking a look at our last photo now. The difference between these two is just crazy. We have this Spiratone 75mm and then the Rodenstock here. And when I first printed this, I thought I missed focus, and I ended up printing a second exact picture of this at f8, and this looked identical. So this is something with the lens, and not at all with, you know, human error or whatever. When you zoom in, I mean, the left side here, the Spiratone, looks like you forgot to put your glasses on. You do have just a little bit of sharpness in these leaves. Maybe even, especially this corner here, a little bit more sharpness than you have here, but that is quickly lost when you're taking a look down over here. Even the house, you can kind of even see the shingles and the pipe here and the tree limb over here, and it's just gone here. You can even see the reflection, and that they have two canoes or kayaks, and here, you know, it's a mess, huge mess. So for 6x6, oh, it definitely matters the lens you have. And granted, this is probably the worst case scenario, because this is cropped in super, super far off the negative, like 6 times cropped in. So it's not that realistic that you're going to be cropping in this much, but on an 8x10, you would definitely see the difference between the one over here and the one over there. This one would be a waste of paper using this lens, and then that one you'd get really, really sharp results. I mean, you can even see the grain here, and, well, you can see a mess over here. And the lens doesn't have fungus or anything. It's just not up to quality standards at all.